Alright? Shalom. All praises due to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Shalom to all the brothers all across the country and all across the world that's affiliated with GMS, that's doing the work in society. Alright? And today we're gonna get into the scriptures. The topic of today is gonna be the kingdom of heaven. Alright? You know, cause you got these so-called churches teach you that, you know, how the kingdom's gonna be. Like when you die, you go to the kingdom of heaven, and then, you know, we gonna live peaceful forever. All people gonna live peaceful with no problems, you know. But they're teaching you false doctrine, man. The scriptures tell you how the kingdom of heaven is gonna be. And first and only, the kingdom of heaven is gonna be for the nation of Israel, all right. And the kingdom of heaven is gonna be right here on earth. It's not gonna be in no sky. It's gonna be right here on earth, over there in the land of Jerusalem, and over there in the land of Israel. And only Israel is gonna get the kingdom of heaven. All right. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah. This is Job chapter 5, verse 23. But thou should be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field should be at peace with thee. They're gonna how now it got animals. You might get attacked by a lion if you get too close to a lion. But when we get the kingdom, the Most High is gonna put that dreadful fear back into the beasts of the field, like at the time of Noah. And the beasts of the field should be at peace with thee, and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle should be in peace. And thou should visit thy habitation and shall not sin.
We ain't gonna sin in the kingdom neither. Alright? Yeah, in the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna be over here, over right here on earth, man. The kingdom of heaven is gonna be established on earth, in the land of Jerusalem. And Israel is gonna rule in the kingdom, in the kingdom to come, with Yahweh Shah, alright? And in the kingdom of heaven, all other nations are going into slavery, alright? Yes, slavery, man. Slavery is going to be happening in the kingdom of heaven, according to the Bible. We're going to prove that. We're going to prove that the other nations are going to slavery in the kingdom of heaven. All right? Because what the scriptures say. Real quick, you give me Revelations chapter 13, 9 and 10.
Revelation chapter 13, 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
That's right. The scripture says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. If you got ears to hear, understand what the Bible is about to say. All right.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Yeah, the scripture said, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." Now, who led people into captivity? Now, let's go back in history. We go back in history. The blacks served slavery to the so-called white man in this land of America. But even when you go further than that, when you read the scriptures, we serve slavery to all nations that's on this earth. When you read the book of Judges, okay, we were into slavery to all nations. The Israelites, the true Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're the Israelites, all right, of the Bible, and we've been serving slavery ever since, back in the ancient world, starting with Egypt. The Egyptians had us in slavery 400 some odd years.
The Assyrians.
The Assyrian captivity, Babylonian captivity.
The
Greeks, the Romans, which are you Edomites, all right, so-called white people today, all right. The Arabs had us in slavery. Even the goddamn Gooks had us in slavery, man. You damn low-life Chinese people, you damn Japanese people. All of you nations had us in slavery, man. And we didn't get that payback yet. We didn't get that payback. So the scripture says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." So all you nations that had the nation of Israel into slavery, which we're God's chosen people, you have to go into slavery. You got to go into slavery. The Most High said He's a man that He should not lie. So somebody's going into slavery, man, and that slavery is going to be in the kingdom of heaven. All right.
Yep.
Contrary to what you churches teach about how everybody's going, when they die, they go into the kingdom and they're gonna be in heaven all at peace with no problems. No, that's not according to the scriptures. Only nation is gonna be at peace is the nation of Israel.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But I'll finish this off with Isaiah. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
That's right.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yeah, the scripture said, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Who killed with the sword? The so-called white man killed with the sword over here in this land. They slaughtered the Native Americans and had the blacks in slavery. All right? So the scripture says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yep.
So when the Lord comes back, so-called white people, the other nations got something to pay for.
Yep.
You got to pay for all the atrocities that you've done to the nation of Israel. All right?
Yep. Can I say something? Because Esau, the so-called white man, he used his sword to slaughter the Native American Indians and the Negroes to build up his society. And this cave, this concrete jungle.
Right.
So since he used us to build up his kingdom, we're gonna use him to build our kingdom. Read the scripture, please. This is Isaiah 60:10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls.
Yeah, the scripture saying the sons of strangers. Who are the strangers? The strangers are the heathen, the other nations outside of Israel. Yes, so your sons are gonna build up our kingdom, man. Just like in slavery, man. You took Jacob's children, they young men, and had them slaving on the field, or had them building up this kingdom. It's gonna be the same thing done to you other nations. We're gonna take your strong young children, all right, your young teens, all right, your young teens, early 20s. We're gonna take your sons, and they're gonna build up our kingdom, all right. They're gonna build the ruins of Israel, all right.
And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath have I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
Yeah, it said, in my wrath have I smote thee, all right? Because the Most High was angry with us for going off. The Most High was angry with the nation of Israel for going off, man, for breaking all the laws. So that's why the Most High used other nations to enslave us, all right?
Lamentation chapter 1 verse 15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen, thou art at ease.
Yeah, who are the heathen? The other nations, the nations outside of Israel. And you're at ease. You're living at ease, man. All right? All you heathens, you're in league with the so-called white man. All right? You're living at ease, man. Because at this point in time, you other nations are not on the bottom. All right?
For I was but a little displeased, and they hoped for the affliction.
That's right. The Most High was just a little displeased at us, man. But it's gonna be a time where the Most High is gonna raise up Yahweh Shah to bring the nation of Israel out of this captivity, starting with the elect. All right. The elect is gonna be saved out of this captivity, and you 2/3 of Israel, you're gonna come back through the elect in the kingdom of heaven. All right. Real quick, you gonna go back to that part in Revelations where it says the patience of the saints, and then I want you to give me Daniel 7:18, and then we're gonna go into Isaiah 14.
Alright, Revelation chapter 13, 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yeah, that's right. It said, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So the saints got this to look for. The saints, this is the patience of the saints. The saints are Israelites, all right? The saints are the Israelites. It said, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Because this is what we patiently waiting for the Lord come back and to give us our rulership, to put us back in rulership. All right?
Real quick. In Psalms 148, verse 14, he also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord.
So that shows you who the saints are. The saints are Israelites, all right? You got to be out of the nation of Israel to be a saint. A saint means holy. And who is the only holy people? The nation of Israel. Those are the saints, all right? So the scripture said, here's this